Welcome back and thank you for tuning in to Naijha Speaks. My name is Naijha Wright Brown, co-owner of the Land of Kush Vegan Soul Bistro in Baltimore, executive director of the Black Vegetarian Society in Maryland, and contributor for Jane Unchained News. I am so excited to bring on this guest this evening who has taken a cross-country road trip in search of some of the hottest plant-based eateries around. The restaurants that were visited are very well known amongst the vegan communities and other people in the region. While at each location, she takes the initiative to have some fun in the kitchen, recreating vegan specialties and interacting with the crowd in the dining room. But before I introduce this guest, let us watch this clip.
Today we're visiting the home of the Orioles and the Ravens, a place known as Little America. That's right, Baltimore, Maryland. This is a spot that public figures such as Angela Davis, Stevie Wonder, and Danny Glover have all made their way to check out the food. And we're about to go find out why. Come with me. Hello. Thank you.
Naijha and Greg have been owning the vegan scene in Baltimore for the past 8 years. From their euphoric crab cakes to their sweet mac and cheese, this is a spot that understands soul food.
We linked up and did a couple more festivals together in 2008 and 2009. Then we did Artscape in 2009, and then we opened the restaurant in 2011.
Quality of the food is always the same. It doesn't matter what day of the week, and everything is so tasty.
I really like the sausage that they make. It's got like a really good consistency. It's a little bit spicy, and it's super filling.
Everybody that works here is always friendly. I love the owners as well. I see them around town, I love to support.
Yeah.
After hearing about the hype, you know I had to drive all the way from Connecticut to see what it was about. And boy, did they show out. My longing for some barbecue ribs has finally been satisfied.
The vegan rib tips are probably the most popular. The secret ingredients. So we did onion, garlic, we did red peppers, green peppers, some carrots, and now we're gonna put in this beautiful stuff right here. Let's go stir this up. Extra, extra.
Please. It's just the flavors and the spices that they're using that people are really loving.
Have barbecue sauce now?
Mm-hmm.
It's perfect.
Homemade.
The texture of these ribs, it don't seem like you're missing meat at all. Especially the vegetables are still all right in there, fresh, not cooked down too much.
When we talk about vegan soul, people may just misconstrue it as just vegan soul food, but vegan soul is just soul inside, internally.
You know you're in the right place when you show up and you see familiar faces.
I absolutely love the chicken salad wrap. They have a chicken salad sort of like by itself as well. My favorite by far.
Not only the food, but I love the fact that it's black owned and the fact that this is a vegan black owned business. I gotta support.
It's like coming to eat with family.
So our vegan crab cakes, which we only do on the weekends currently, we mix it with a bunch of seasonings to give it like a fishy type of flavor. And make it into a crab cake. Take some shredded seitan, and we take some all these seasonings, some Old Bay, cumin, paprika.
Smells so good.
Yeah, it's gonna be delicious. I just need my magic spoon. Just that spoon. Official look. Look, if your kitchen don't have broke products in here, if you don't have broken handles, your kitchen not official.
Are these made to order?
Yeah, these are made to order.
Look at that.
Yeah. Look at that. Look at that. Oh, that's
amazing.
Hey. Yeah, Maryland is very passionate about their crab cake situation.
I read that somewhere.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so here I have the famous crab cakes and salad with their homemade tartar sauce, and it smells so good.
First of all, the tartar sauce is amazing.
Yeah, you gotta have it.
It's like sweet.
Anyone who has an excuse about I can't go vegan because I'm a Mr. Seafood, here is your answer. At the Land of Kush, they are perfecting the crab cake.
So I finally got my mac and cheese. I had to sneak back there and get it, but I got it, so it's not a problem. Let's give this bad boy a taste.
Who made this mac and cheese? You made this mac and cheese?
They made the mac and cheese.
This mac and cheese is fire.
I think veganism is awesome. I am hoping to get there for myself one day. I'm almost there. I'm vegetarian, but I totally agree with the concept of veganism.
I love being vegan, and I think that there's more and more vegan restaurants that are popping up. This is by far the best vegan restaurant in the area.
Thanks for Okay, there we go. Are you muted? Because I can't hear you.
Yes, without further ado, my apologies. We have Casey Diana. Casey, thank you for joining us and taking time out this evening to speak to me and the viewers. How's it going?
Absolutely. Thank you so much. Watching that video brought back so much amazing memories.
I know. Pre-COVID. Pre-COVID. No mask or anything like that. So how's it been going? Tell me a little bit, tell all of us a little bit about yourself and how you started your vegan journey.
Absolutely. So my vegan journey started about 5 years ago. I kind of went into the medical field and kind of got out of the medical field real quick. And I kind of just went on this complete holistic naturopath journey. Read a lot of books, did a lot of research, watched a lot of videos. And I was like, it kind of clicked instantly. Like, this is it for me. This makes sense. Nothing in my life ever made sense so easily before. Like, the vegan lifestyle is the way to go. And my partner and I, we picked a day and we said we're going to be vegan this day. And we have been vegan since.
Oh, awesome. Were there any books or documentaries or people that have inspired you?
Yes. So honestly, an incredible documentary. What the Health?
Oh, yes, my people in there, Dr. Mills and Dr. Ruby. Yes. That's a big one. I remember that one. That year was great for Land of Kush.
Exactly. That's the one that like put the cherry on top. Like we had just started our vegan journey, and then that came out just a little while after, and we watched it, and it was like, this is it. This is the justification that we needed. So that Queen Afua. Love her.
Oh,
book.
Yes.
I am a Queen Afua groupie. Dr. Sabi, and that was mainly it. The rest of people like on YouTube. There's one person. I got like pregnant as soon as I went vegan, so I did a lot of pregnancy vegan research, and I can't remember her name, but if you type in like pregnant vegan mama, Black lady, she's so dope. She has 2 kids, and if you're pregnant and you're wondering about a vegan lifestyle, all her information is incredible.
Awesome. Great. What type of challenges or opportunities do you face advocating for the vegan lifestyle in your community?
In my community, I love my people, man, right? But we have bad history when it comes to food and health choices. So I'd say one of my biggest challenges is just the reluctancy for them to want to try plant-based dishes, the ignorance, the misinformation, the biases, that type of thing. But I know once you get like good food in front of them and it tastes good and you kind of don't tell them what they're eating, it's easy and it's like uphill from them. But one of the biggest challenges is just actually getting people to open their minds in my community, getting people to open their minds. And yeah, just the lack of information. And that's why I'm trying to change that perspective.
Well, how do you go about doing that? Give me an example, or give us an example of something you've done to convince somebody to try vegan food.
The easiest thing for me, this at least in my family, everyone's family is different. My family always gives me a super hard time. It's the food. I gotta feed y'all. For y'all to be like, oh, okay. So that's what works for me. People who are, I guess, a little younger in age are a lot more open to like, I'll send them links, I'll send them books, I'll preach when I can, and they're a lot more open to listening and trying new things. And I tell people all it takes is 1 week. Like, eat different for 1 week. Try this food. Let me meal prep for you. Do this research. All it takes is 1 week. And people are like, oh, I feel completely different. And, whether they stick with it or not, like, I'm happy with them knowing like they were able to try something and they completely felt different. And it's like, this is why I do this, because I feel better this way,
How do you respond when they say the vegan food or even plant-based food isn't real food, that you have to be eating animals? You have to have animals in order, to get your nutrition and protein and all of this stuff that we can get from plants. How do you respond to that?
I know. Look at the elephants. My favorite animal is the elephant. One of the biggest animals in the world. They eat plants. Gorillas, they eat plants. My family and I, we're not rolled over in a grave somewhere. I bore 2 kids. I had 2 vegan pregnancies, and we're healthy, we're happy, we're fine. So I kind of just, bring up my, what I like to call it, my fact checker. And it's just like, you're wrong. Let's take it to Google. Let's take it to YouTube. You're wrong. But yeah, I feel like I am living proof that you could totally be vegan and be healthy and be doing 1,000,001 things and still live an optimal lifestyle.
Yeah. I tell you, that's the reason why my husband, he's the brainchild behind Land of Kush. That's how this whole vegan soul food concept was started. The Land of Kush. We just had to convince our people that collard greens are vegan if you don't put animal products in it. Yams are vegan if you don't put the pork marshmallows on it. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not that complicated. It's fruits, vegetables, rice, beans, legume. You know what I'm saying? Like a banana.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? It's vegan and it's also healthy for you. So I know people love to eat bananas. So people, we have to make it easy for folks, I guess, because they believe this is so complicated, but it really isn't.
It's the word. It's the V word.
Yeah, the V word. So now, we will transition into, well, I'm going to say plant-based, because if you say vegan, then, you don't want the vegan police to come out and say, well, that's not vegan,
Exactly.
You got to kind of meet people where they are on their journeys and get them there, and they're definitely talking about the animal rights and the environmental aspect and all those things. But a lot of people are in it for, well, what's in it for me? Is it going to help me help my health, especially now with the pandemic? Is it going to boost my immune system? And then they'll probably be more open to the idea of consuming more plant-based products.
Right.
But we know why we're both here. We're here to talk about the Vegan Eats show. So talk to us about, how did the Vegan Eats show get started? How did you get involved with that project?
Yeah, so actually, and it's funny because the question that you just asked correlates to that perfectly. I ran a vegan catering company in Connecticut for 2 years while I was living there, and I realized the only way I was able to get across to people was through their bellies. That was it. That was the only way. Things had to slow down a bit and transition. We decided to expand our family, so I kind of had to get from standing 10 hours in the kitchen and hosting events, and I wanted to reach way more people. I wanted to reach a lot more people. So I brainstormed with my husband, and he was like, what do you love to do? And I'm like, I love to eat and I love to travel and I want to make the world vegan. What can we do? And he was like, we gonna travel, we gonna eat, and we gonna shift the perspective on how people view vegan food. My personality and just loving food and knowing food, I was like, I could convince people that they could be eating better if we could just show them. So we brainstormed on a little, and he was like, contact a few restaurants. And I contacted a few restaurants. Before I knew it, we were in Georgia, we were in Maryland, we were in New Jersey, we were in Pennsylvania. And that's how it started. And it's just been up from there. I just want people to know that vegan food is fun. Vegan food is good for you. It's literally the best thing that you could do for your body. And no, we don't eat cardboard and we don't eat grass. Sometimes we might eat grass if it tastes right, but so I want people to know that there are alternatives, and this is literally the best thing that you could do for your body, for the planet, for your children, for your grandchildren, that type of thing.
Well, I remember when you reached out to us for the project, you were touring the Northeast at that time. How many restaurants did you visit in the Northeast? Because you came to us, I think it was in the winter time. I forget, it was winter, I think. Yeah.
So we broke it up into seasons. The first season we filmed about 9 restaurants in the Northeast. The second season we haven't hit the road yet, but we had 22 restaurants confirmed. And then coronavirus happened, COVID-19 happened. So things got pushed back. I had to reach out and let people know, not yet, but we coming. Don't worry, we coming, but just not yet. So we had to push things back a little, which was great because it kind of pushed me back to the drawing board. And, season 2 is just going to be an extravaganza compared to what season 1 was. So I'm really excited about that.
Oh, yeah, that's going to be amazing. I remember reaching out to our rewards customers, because Land of Kush has a nice database of rewards customers. And I'm like, I said, this is an exclusive. Come on down, be a part of it. So some of the folks that you see in the video are definitely loyal customers that have been with us for years. So everyone was so excited and they had a great time. What were some of the best vegan dishes? Vegan dishes. Because I'm sure there was more than one. So I'm not gonna have you try to pick out a nice one that you've tried while shooting the segment. And what were the 9 restaurants that you went to?
Okay, including the 9 restaurants. I love food so much. It's so hard for me to pick a few. If I could pick 9 things, fine. Dang. A few of my favorite things. Okay, your crab cakes are incredible.
Wait a minute, you sure you like the crab? Okay. I mean, they are award winning, so.
Exactly, they are award winning. Definitely crab cakes. I love sweets. There's a place called Ion in Connecticut. I think Ion stands for It's Only Natural. They have like the best brownie cheesecake brownies.
Are you serious?
Oh my God.
Cheesecake brownies?
Yes.
Wow.
They're like, why does something taste as good? That type of good. And what else?
I don't even want to think about that. I'm on like a fitness regimen.
And what else? Chicken and waffles from Urban Vegan Kitchen. Yeah, in New York City. There's
definitely a staple item, chicken and waffles. People like that.
Yeah, and I'm from New York City. New York City has a bunch of incredible places. 2 places from New York City. Seasoned Vegan in Harlem.
Wow. I haven't been there yet, and I'm from New York. I got it. When the next time I have to go to see, I mean, that is like the one on my list when I get back to New York. When everything, like, I have to get there. Now I've been to Uptown Veg in Harlem, but I haven't been to Seasoned Vegan yet. I'm so dying to get there.
Do yourself a justice. They have the best vegan parm, and I'm not gonna lie. The second season is. We moved to Georgia. The second season is in the South, right? We're doing the South. I love myself some New York City. I will always be a city girl, but the South has taken vegan cuisine to an entire different level.
Oh man! Name some hot spots, because I can only imagine. Name some hot spots.
So Slutty Vegan, of course, I'm sure you know.
Oh yeah.
Slutty Vegan. There's a place called Cafe Sunflower.
Oh yeah, I heard of that. I've heard of that.
What's the other place? Tassili's. Oh my gosh. Have you heard of
you hear this, everybody? I hope you get your list out, because when travel opens, you gotta definitely hit these spots. You have a YouTube channel. It's a long the channel is long, so I recommend everyone get into the comments and click on that link and definitely check out the Vegan Eat Show channel. So you have that there, just letting everybody know that it is posted in comments. So please subscribe to their channel.
Thank you.
You're making me hungry. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. If you ever come to the South, it's all raw. She has like wraps that are like, can you see, like this big, and it's incredible. Highly recommended.
Wow. So your show Vegan Eats, how do you feel it differs from other shows? Because there are other shows that go around featuring, restaurants, and what is the differentiator with Vegan Eats?
So the difference for me is, I didn't want to just showcase food and give my responses, my reviews. Like, I want people to get to know the owners on a personal level. So one thing that's different from, my show and the rest of the shows is like, we come in and, we're kind of taking over the kitchen. We're getting to know the owners, like, walk me through this meal. Help me show people that they could cook at home. Like, they could do these types of things at home. And like I said, get to know the owners on a personal level. I feel like sometimes vegans are, we got crazy reps sometimes, and people think we're a little crazy, but like, we're regular people.
We're cool. Yeah.
Exactly.
Not that bad.
So I wanted the people to just get the full experience with me. Like, I travel to the space with me, meet the owners, like, make the food with me, taste the food with me. I wanted it to be like a very kind of intimate experience through the web.
Amazing. Well, having said all that, how is the project navigating during the COVID-19 pandemic? What does that whole thing look like right now?
So it's on hold. Never gonna stop me from eating, can't stop, won't stop. So, I'm still traveling to spaces within, my state, and still eating. It kind of looks like, me eating in the car. So I'm kind of just posting pics and video that I shot here and there. But as far as like the full production, it is on hold until COVID, till we get the green light to start filming again. And you know, I kind of have this thing, like, I don't want to see the masks on my video.
Right. That's why it was great to see. That's why I had to show the video, like, so people could see, like, look, this is what it was. Or, you know, no mask. Because, you know, you got the mask in there and it's just like, ah. So it really looks good, you know, just to reflect back on, you know, how fun it was to you know, be together and eat. And, you know, it was great. It was amazing. I hope we get back to that sometime soon.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, for sure.
How can vegan and or plant-based advocates effectively disseminate this much needed important information about vegan food, plant-based food? How can we do that better in our community? So we know there's challenges, there is reluctance. What are some thoughts that you have about how we can better disseminate this information?
How we could better? I'm not gonna lie. I feel like since, you know, when we first went vegan 4 years ago, 4 or 5 years ago to where we are now, like, we've come a long way. And I think it's just people kind of, you know, putting their foot down, letting people know that they have to have alternatives for us. You know, our diet should be like taken into consideration wherever we go. It's not as hard as it was finding vegan food when we first started, and I'm extremely grateful for that. So I don't know what exactly we're doing, and I don't know if it's me. I don't know if it's the shit talking. I don't know
Right.
educational videos that people are still putting up, but what we're doing is working. And even like videos like mine, like, you know, I went to the people who are doing like the regular food reviews, like, all that is greatly appreciated, because I feel like one thing people struggle with is, you know, well, where can I find vegan food?
Right.
And if I find it at this place, is it even good? So even people who are doing like videos like mine with a lower production, like that is essential. All the information, get it out there, whether it's blog posts, the videos, Instagram, Facebook, like just pounding people with information, and demanding that like our needs are taken into consideration. Like, we need to keep it up.
And Dan is taking up the whole screen with his response. The question is, where can I not find it? It's everywhere, and more is available. And keeping in mind that you don't have to shop for groceries and specialty stores. When you look closely, you'll see that your entire grocery store is full of beans, rice, pulses, and veggies galore. Go for it. Exactly. Thank you for that, Dan. It is everywhere right now.
Exactly.
It's great. I mean, now is the time. I mean, you know, they talked about the year of the vegan last year. I think the year of the decade, the vegan decade is here to stay. The decade. So yeah, now is the time. What tip of advice would you like to leave the viewers with? And I'll let you think about that while I make a few shout outs right now. So, you know, before we leave off and go and we do our natural life thing, what is that one message you want everyone to hear? I want to thank my sponsors, the Welfare World, Veg Fund, Eat the Change, and Women Funders in Animal Rights for supporting me and the Black Veg Society of Maryland. This Saturday is a couple things going on. So October 3rd, Land of Kush is introducing the vegan buffalo nugs. So it's the first time that we've made our own buffalo sauce, and we're known for making all of our own sauces, from the barbecue, the curry, all of the great, everything we make is homemade. So this is the first time we're making our buffalo sauce. So if you're in the area, if you want to, you know, pick it up or order it online, you can do all of that. It will be available.
I need you to mail me.
We're in collaboration with Plant Pusher, and let me just show the flyer here. We're in collaboration with Plant Pusher for the vegan buffalo nugs. He's selling t-shirts, Plant Pusher t-shirts, and he's sold hundreds, like 600, 500, 1,000 of these things, because he's using the proceeds to feed the homeless. So we are in collaboration with him this Saturday. Yeah, you see, it was there and now it's gone in my mouth. This Saturday, come on down, try out the new nugs. If people like it, we'll keep it on the menu. If you don't like it and you support it, we'll be supporting a good cause, because we will be feeding the homeless, and we want to feed them up to at least 100 meals or more. So your support is definitely worth it. So we can definitely support the homeless. So that's this Saturday. And then there's also a food as webinar available. We're actually doing a replay of last Saturday because we had some issues last Saturday. We had to cut it short. We had some infiltration in the webinar, and people got in and called us all type of racial slurs. So we're doing it again this Saturday. If you go to bvsmd.org, go to events and just sign up where you can get the link once you register, officially register. We'll send you that information. It's a free food as medicine webinar helping you with fatigue issues. So please, please, please. And shout out to Jane Unchained News for allowing us to broadcast on her platform. We appreciate it. So what do you have? What is that big tip?
I feel like you hit it on the head earlier. You were kind of like, meet people where they are. And I'm not going to lie, that's something that I struggled with for a really long time. When I started my vegan journey, I wanted everyone around me to be vegan with me. And I was kind of like, I had a problem with them just not being open and not, wanting to do it. I feel like it was super easy for me. Why can't you retrain your mind or the way you live? So I feel like if you're vegan and, your family and friends aren't vegan, don't push them, don't force it. Definitely meet people where they are. And if you're on the fence or you feel like you're struggling, you're not sure if it's right for you, I promise it's right for you.
And that's all you can do. You really can't force people to do things. I think all of this the head butting it defeats the purpose. We want people to understand we're not an aggressive people. We just want people to know what they're eating and that there is a healthier, more compassionate alternative. So I definitely, unless there's anything else you have to say, Casey, I appreciate you coming on. Please follow. They are on Instagram, Facebook. Go to the website veganeatshow.com.
The YouTube is Vegan Eats Show. That's the only
YouTube. I'm sorry, the veganeatshow.com. It's going to take you straight to the YouTube channel, right?
No, just the YouTube.
Oh, just the YouTube.
You can just find the video on like my channel on YouTube.
Okay, so they have to go here. So they have to go in the comments and click on that. So they go into the comments and click on that, and the link should be working because someone commented and said the link wasn't working. So it should be working. And Dr. Brenda, we appreciate you. Land of Kush Restaurant, we appreciate your support. Again, thank you everyone for tuning in and enjoy the rest of your evening.
Thank you so much.
No problem. Bye-bye.